B105, the Big Dave Show, and that is the old highway desperado himself there on B105. Jason Aldean's Let Your Boys Be Country. And wouldn't you know it, he just so happens to be on the phone with us right now. Jason, how in the world are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing great. You know, we are just counting down the days until you are here coming up, because you're going to be at our Voices of America Country Music Fest, and you're the Friday night headliner here in Cincinnati, and we can't wait for that.
Well, we're excited, man. It's, Cincinnati, man. It's always been a great town for us. And, I mean, we came there early in my career, even playing the clubs and some of those things, man. So it's always fun to get to see you guys and being a part of the festival this year. I'm really excited about it. We're coming off of some of these Rock the Country dates and just kind of seeing some of the patriotic stuff that's going on out there for those festivals has been crazy. People are very creative. I have to say, some of the stuff you see out, some of the outfits, some of the vehicles, some of the games that are being played out in the park. I mean, it's pretty wild.
What are you seeing? What did you see out there? I want to know.
Oh, dude. Well, obviously everything is red, white, and blue themed, right? I mean, there's guys out there drinking beer out of a old dirty boot. I don't even know what game that is, but I don't feel like it's something I want to get involved in. So it's wild. It's been a lot of fun, man. And being out there, me, Kid Rock, doing those things. I think we've done like 8 weekends or something, or 7 weekends. And it's just been a lot of fun, man. And just seeing everybody come out and just, dressed red, white, and blue from top to bottom. And it's just been a little bit of a different vibe out there. And it's been really cool to see. So excited to get there and play for you guys as well.
You've also had some red and yellow at a concert in the colors of Hulk Hogan, who hasn't taken a vacation in over 50 years and went to go see a Rock the Country show. Were you able to cross paths with the Hulkamania?
I have, man. What's really cool is I've gotten to be buddies with Hulk over the last couple years. And, as a kid, growing up in the 80s, man, I mean, there was nobody cooler than Hulk Hogan.
You got that right, brother.
And so my mom, I've met him, kind of been hanging out with him. And, my kids know him now. And my mom comes up, she goes, "Did you ever think as a kid that you would be friends with Hulk Hogan?" And I'm like, hell no. Crazy. You just never.
It's a dream.
Life's so weird, man. You just never know where it's going to take you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is larger than life. I got to be honest. My first radio interview ever where I interviewed somebody really famous was Hulk Hogan. And I was probably like Jason Aldean the first time. I was so nervous.
Starstruck.
Yes, because he's larger than life, literally and figuratively.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I've hung out with, a lot of celebrities and famous people, obviously, over the years. But there's certain guys, man, they're just different. Like, they are branded into, like, I don't know, just like our history almost. And such a big part of pop culture and all those things that when you're walking around with some of these guys, it's a different deal. I mean, they stop traffic wherever they go, and he's one of those guys for sure.
Yeah.
And so it's been cool getting to know him. He's super cool guy, and just kind of retired and enjoying this phase in his life. Gets to come out to some shows, hang out with us, and it's been cool getting to know him.
Yeah, we got Jason Aldean on the show with us here right now.
Yeah, and I'm sure, Hulk is belting out all of your songs. You've had so many number ones, and I just recently learned that you released a number one song that you really didn't think it was going to have any life to it.
Yeah, this was a song, it was on my third album, and, it was kind of a really pivotal album for me because the first album had done well, the second album did okay, but didn't do as well as the first one. And so the third album was really important, and we launched with She's Country, and we were starting to get some momentum back, and they wanted to come out with Big Green Tractor, and I just was like, really? Like, that's the one? I just felt like we had songs that had a little more meat on the bone lyrically and things like that on the record. And I didn't want to kind of, get into this box where I was cutting these tongue-in-cheek kind of songs because it's really not what I do. I mean, I'll drop one of those occasionally, but It's not really what I typically would do. And so I was really leery of that early on in my career, especially when we were trying to get it back rolling again. And I was like, man, I don't know. I had to they've had to fight me on that one a little bit, and we ended up, putting it out as a single, and it ended up being a 4-week number one for us, and so it just goes to show you what do I know.
Well, you sang the heck out of it, didn't you?
I don't know. I tried my best, man, but it was, you just never know, man. Certain songs are going to connect with people, and we can all sit there and overthink it and think, oh, well, this is the better song, and this is going to do this, and this is going to do that. And really, man, until it gets out there and people get a chance to hear it, that's where it kind of takes on a life of its own. And that was one of those songs that just, it performed way better than I thought it was going to, out with you guys at radio, and just how the fans were reacting to it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's important to have those people on your team to kind of push you.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, Jason Aldean, I mean, we're excited, man. And you got another number one here in the chamber. We'll Let Your Boys Be Country, and we're ready for you here. Voices of America Country Music Fest. It's going to be here before we know it, August 8th through the 11th here. VOA Park in Westchester. I mean, if there was ever a voice of America, it is Jason Aldean. Run that up your flagpole now.
Fact check that. I don't know.
Buddy, we're going to see you soon, man. It's always a pleasure when we get to talk to you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for having me.